What's a smell that you secretly enjoy, but would never admit to smelling in public? This thread is 90% normalish smells that I would have no problem admitting I enjoy, and 10% actual answers. No one cares if you like the smell of pencil shavings, that isn't weird. Other people's poop though, that's a bit strange. This feels like a poorly veiled attempt to gather fetish content. Look over here, this guy likes to smell farts. I think we'll see a lot of gasoline in the comments. A swimsuit after it's been in chlorinated water and washed, dried. There's something about it that's just so good. A weird mix of car and garage. Like the home garages. Smells of tires, gas, cement, oil, and something else. It's like just so perfect. My cat's breath. She used to curl up on my chest to smell my breath and I would in turn have to smell hers. It's probably less that I secretly enjoyed the smell and more that I enjoyed the moment. Rip weirdo. As a former swimmer, chlorine. Old, wooden utility poles. The smell of a horse barn. My boyfriend's sweat. My own farts. Anyone else's, disgusting. Mine, amazing. My cat's fur. I sniff the top of her head. Funnier thing is she doesn't smell like anything but at the same time it does. Greasy heavy equipment like tractors, excavators, loaders etc. I grew up around all that and the smell always brings me back. My vagina. I like the smell of old window unit air conditioners. The musky smell reminds me of being a kid in the hot summer. I used to just stand in front of it with my eyes closed. Distant skunk on a summer night. Marlboro Reds. I don't smoke but my dad did growing up. Feels nostalgic now. Nitrous oxide. And cocaine. My balls. Asparagus pea, my own, not others. Libraries. Concrete. No idea why, it's comforting. IDKY I like the smell of window AC units. As a child I was obsessed with the smell of this heavy-duty cleaner Dad used on his hands after working on vehicles all day. It was called Goop and it came in a white, round tub. I would sneak into the utility room, take off the lid, and smell it when nobody was looking. I remember with glee the day I was allowed to use Goop on my hands to clean them. I smelled them all night long. I can't describe what I liked about that chemical smell in particular, but it's the same sort of smell that many liquid dishwashing detergents have. Also, while I was pregnant, I became obsessed with the smell of Dawn dishwashing eraser foam or whatever it was called. It came in a pump bottle and also had that same sort of chemically smell that Goop had. I used to wash the dishes just so I had an excuse to inhale it deeply. After I gave birth, the soap didn't smell the same as I did during my third trimester. It's hard to explain, but the smell of the inside of your own nose. My panties after a long sweaty day. Campfire burnt smell. My boyfriend's penis always smells absolutely intoxicating. I don't get it. I'm not complaining though. Scotch tape. Reminds me of wrapping gifts. The shavings inside a pencil sharpener. Low-tide humid wharf stank. I grew up on a boat and total nostalgia trip. Used bookstore. Old churches. Nail polish. Old arena, hockey dressing room. It's not a pleasant smell but it brings back a lifetime of hockey memories. Started playing when I was 6 and stopped at 66. 73 years old now. My cat's nasty fish breath but only for a split second. OMG, what did I emit? Box of crayons. WD-40. My dog's feet. Freshly lit matchstick. Hops number 9 bore cleaner. Diesel fuel exhaust. Skunk. 2-stroke oil on a well-tuned engine. Freshly opened tennis balls. There's something so oddly satisfying about it, but I'd never admit that out loud. My coworker smells absolutely delicious, and I'm pretty sure it's his balls. He smells like cinnamon virility. I don't know how else to describe it. My noise piercing when I twist it and it smells a bit cheesy. Fresh wood. My wife's pussy. New tires. Anaerobic bacteria. I've kept fish tanks for a long time and love that swampy, sulfuric smell of gross filter media. The way a farm smells after they spread manure, or just barn smell in general, animals, hay, earthy smells, etc. Skunks. They remind me of my first apartment when I was 19. The smell wafting through my windows on warm September nights. I'm independent, and in a new city. My whole life ahead of me. It's nostalgic now. The breath of a puppy. Jenkum. No, but seriously, fresh asphalt and strangely enough a mildewy basement smell. Reminds me of my childhood. My wife's butthole. Mimeograph ink. Asterisk, the ink originally had a lanolin base and later became an oil in water emulsion. This emulsion commonly uses turkey red oil, sulfated castor oil, which gives it a distinctive and heavy scent. Asterisk. My undies. Machine shops, they remind me of being a kid, working in my dad's shop. He's been dead since 2020, and after my parents divorced in 2013 I saw him maybe a dozen times. Every time I go into a shop that smells like his used to, I have a momentary almost flashback to being a teen, turning wrenches in his shop. My mom used to smoke, she smelled like cigarettes and coffee and I loved her smell, I miss the shit out of her. The cleaning aisle at a grocery store. Nail polish. I don't know why, but I really enjoy how it smells freshly applied. Cigarette smoke. My dad and my grandparents were all heavy smokers. There's something comforting about the smell. Armpit BO. On a pretty woman. My vagina when ovulating, it's a really sweet smell. I wonder if other women have this too. When I was a kid, it was the air that blew out of the back of the vacuum. It was one of those old bag insert vacuums and the exhaust or whatever it's called smelled so good. No idea to this day why, and it was only that one vacuum as a kid. My own farts. And I don't know why. Not around anymore, but man did I love the smell of mimeograph paper fresh from the rollers back when I was in elementary school. Old military surplus stuff, especially canvas LBE.